everybody. Welcome back to the JIIV podcast. I'm here with
Waddle.
Violet, Isa.
and myself, Isaiah Molina, and today we're going to be talking about our high school experience because sadly this is our last podcast in video production, last podcast of high school, and I just thought we share some experience, some tips we might have for people that need to experience high school, any like freshmen that need any advice. We're here for you, but we're going to go ahead and do this in an orderly fashion. So we're going to start off with freshman year. Jacob Rodriguez, tell me a little bit about yourself and your experience at high school freshman year, maybe the transition from middle school and whatnot.
All right, so my name is Jacob Rodriguez, and my freshman year was pretty fun. You know, I played both football and baseball. So me and Isaiah were on the same team for freshman. It was really fun, you know. Freshman year, you don't have to worry about colleges and whatnot, no scholarships yet. You get to have fun, I mean, unless you're, you know, top in the country, but you get to have fun, you know. It's more a game than a job. So I really enjoyed my freshman year.
Yeah, for sure. Would you say is any favorite memories you have about freshman year that you'd like to share with us?
Favorite memories? I'd say just being on the field, both football and baseball. Freshman year was okay.
Any academic related memories that you'd like to share?
No, we can barely remember academics from last week, let alone 3 years ago.
All right. What about let's transition a little bit here. Let's talk about the worst memories you have. Have any
The worst memories?
worst memories? Yes.
I remember we had a scrimmage for football. This was like before season started, our freshman year, and we were playing Locke High School, and there's some big boys there, and
where's this located at?
In Compton, I think.
Oh, okay.
But we were at home. We were in LA,
Uh-huh.
right here, and so the freshmen had to go with the varsity team. So I'm like, shit.
Yeah,
Well,
just go ahead.
Yeah. It was. I remember there was one play I had to go block a freaking maybe 6'3", 245-pound linebacker, and that kid put me on my ass. And
So it was like a scrimmage game, or
yeah, it was a little embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because there's a video my mom has
Of it?
Yeah. I don't know where it's at, but you can see the kid pushes me back, and the running back trips over my back, and so pretty much I made the tackle.
What position were you playing when this happened?
Tight end.
Oh, okay. So it was the defensive lineman.
The
block.
linebacker had to go block.
Oh, linebacker. Okay, makes sense.
But yeah, that was.
Yikes.
It was cool. It was whatever.
Do you think that memory stuck with a lot of your teammates to this day, or you think that they forgot about it?
I forgot about
it. That's good. At least they're not bringing it up to this day. That's good. But one last thing I'd like to ask you about freshman years is what is something that you would miss the most?
What did I miss the most? Probably just, you know, you had no worries freshman year. Freshman year, you got to have fun, you know.
Yes, for sure.
Senior year is about college, what you're going to do in life. You know, freshman year, you think you have a lot of time. That's what I thought.
Yes. And last question for you about freshman year. If you were to give one piece of advice to an 8th grader that's coming in as a freshman, what would it be? Specifically at Los Altos.
Don't be so shy. I was shy my freshman year, and don't be so shy. Football, I mean, just in sports in general, sports, classes, talking to girls, guys, whatever. Don't be so shy.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and transition to Violet. I'm going to ask you the same set of
Hello.
questions here. So Violet, tell me about yourself. What have you been involved in high school?
Okay, my name is Violet. I'm a senior here at Los Altos. These are all my besties that I'm filming the podcast with. I feel like the only really big thing that I've been involved in here was the soccer program. I've been a part of it since freshman year, and I think it has definitely changed my high school experience. Like, I don't think I would have had the same amount of fun that I would have had if I wasn't playing soccer here. So yeah, I feel like that's the only really big thing. I've never been a part of any clubs or anything else.
Okay, I think a lot of people could say the same things. You know, obviously, being in a sport is really time consuming. I'm sure that takes the place of a club as well. But let me go ahead and get into favorite memories. So, what would you say is one of your favorite memories, freshman year specifically?
I think making varsity as a freshman was definitely a good memory. Just like all the girls coming to my house and just like being introduced to like older like girls. I don't know how to explain it, but I was playing with girls that were older than me before, but never like at that level of competition. So that was really good. I think also having a class with Issa, we had math together, and we didn't go to the same middle school. So just being able to like finally experience like school together and high school together, I think that was a really good memory. Yeah, and Holbrook's class was fun.
Holbrook's, yeah. Shout
Yeah.
out Holbrook.
Shout out Holbrook.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to your worst memory. What would you think that would be freshman year? If it's too personal, you don't have to share.
It's
No, you have to.
I have one that's too personal to share, but I think I just let people walk all over me.
Okay.
Like I think I was very immature, and I think going into high school I was like, well, I could trust everybody. I'm a good person, like, you know. And I realized really quick that that's not the reality of it, and some people are out for the worst.
Okay.
But yeah.
So, last two final questions for you about freshman year. What's the one thing you would miss the most?
I think, I don't know, I don't really miss a lot, but maybe just having fun. Like Chanch said, we have a lot of stuff to like be looking forward to now, like getting out of high school and all that stuff. In freshman year, we didn't have to really worry about any of that stuff, but maybe just that and all my friends from that year. But I like my friends now, so.
All right. That sounds good. What would be one piece of advice that you would tell incoming freshmen?
To enjoy your time. But when we were freshmen, it got cut short because of COVID and stuff, and I feel like that time really took an impact on us, like just how we act now. And I think just making sure that you're taking your time and just cherishing the things that are going on around you, taking a second to enjoy it.
All right. Sounds good. Now we're gonna go ahead and transition to Issa, aka Isabella.
Yay.
So
That's messed up.
So she's our Team B member, meaning that she's
Hey,
not
hey,
technically.
don't
Okay,
that.
let's
don't
just,
to address that.
let's just say that
That
technically she
second's
wasn't
the
supposed to be here,
best.
but
Teresa.
you know what? She was able to make it out here, so I appreciate it. So, what would you tell me about yourself freshman year? A little bit of background about you.
Okay, so I'm Isabella, or everybody calls me Issa. I came in freshman year and I started off pretty strong, but everything was pretty short-lived. So I started in leadership, and then I also had made the soccer team. I didn't make varsity like Violet, but I did make the soccer team. I played left bench, so it was pretty cool. But yeah, so I came in like thinking that I was gonna do a lot of stuff, but things got in the way, mainly myself. And now I'm a senior, and I have not participated in anything like that recently.
All right, cool. Any favorite memories freshman year you'd like to share?
I think my favorite memory freshman year, I don't know if I necessarily have one like spot on favorite memory, but I do think that being a part of different things, especially like soccer at the time, did help me a lot. And I think like being able to have other people outside of like just the realm that I was in at Newton, which was the middle school I went to.
Newton.
Oh my god.
Newton.
It's
Newton.
Newton.
Don't say no T.
I went there.
Okay, so.
I don't want to hear it
Doesn't
ocelots.
matter.
I don't want to hear it.
Oh my god.
But I do think that just being opened up to like more things and more people, like it was really cool. And being a part of leadership was honestly a really good experience, which is kind of an unpopular opinion, but I liked it.
I hear some good things. I hear some bad things about leadership. Let's go ahead to
Worst memory?
worst memories. Yeah, sorry. about
Okay. I also wouldn't say I necessarily had one like worst memory. I don't think that there was anything freshman year that was like super detrimental. I did lose my grandpa freshman year, which was kind of hard going forward with school, and it kind of like already with the mindset that I had, it did mess it up a little bit. And that was my first year of high school, which was a little bit, I guess you could say, detrimental, but wasn't too bad. I do think that alongside with that, when we did shut down due to COVID, kind of like backfired on everything and like kind of made me go into like a little hole. So I would say that it's not necessarily a bad memory, but I do think that there were bad things that happened freshman year that affected long-term things. But I don't think anything freshman year happened and then I was like, oh my God, I hated that.
Makes sense. So what would you say is something that you would miss the most about freshman year?
I do think not necessarily that I was carefree, but I think that I was. Have you ever heard the term ignorance is bliss?
Yes.
No.
Well,
Yes, but I don't know what it means.
just that like basically what you don't know won't hurt you. And I think my freshman year I wasn't aware of a lot of things that I am now. And I think that's what I probably will miss, was just the fact that I was kind of like in my own little headspace and I was worried about little things. And I think that that's just a part of like your youthfulness. And I think that's what I probably will miss the most about my freshman year.
Cool. Yeah. Any pieces of advice for the incoming freshmen?
I think, well, just being a freshman or as like in going into high school, like
Just
in general.
now that you're a senior about to graduate, just anything that you.
I think
provide
that
for them.
a lot of the times in high school, people can get lost in a lot of like different elements, and I think that a lot of the time people feel and like have like this big conscience that like the world is out to get them, but it's mainly like you. So I think that like just going into high school, I think just to realize that you're not your biggest enemy is just like the most important thing that will help you like get through like steadily in the most way possible.
Okay.
Good job,
We're gonna
Lisa.
begin to switch
Wait.
to.
It's your turn.
Isaiah, you have to answer
Oh.
as
Isaiah,
well.
introduce yourself.
Oh.
Come
Tell us a little
on.
about yourself freshman year. Come on.
Okay.
Can't be excluded.
Okay.
Come on,
So,
we had band together. You have some memories.
Some of my struggles, I would say some of my struggles my freshman year would probably be finding close friends. Because I had plenty of friends, but none of them were really close at the level that I would want them to be. It was very rare that I did have some, but I wanted to work on kind of like
What's your deal? What's the deal?
no, I think it's just because you're
freshman
going
year. It was
into
my freshman
going
year,
into
yeah.
freshman year. You're
So you
just
kinda-
meeting a bunch of
You kind of
people.
want people to be close to you by your side, like to experience these things, and I think that's
Okay.
definitely one of it. And
You have a.
Nate walked in front of the
Nate
camera.
just walked in front of our
It's
No
all good,
way.
Nate.
all right.
my
Do you have
favorite
any?
memory?
Yeah. What's a favorite memory you have from freshman year?
Probably I got the start against Wilson my freshman year. And then I hit one down the left field line, and I wasn't supposed to go two, but I went two when I slid under the tag just perfectly, and I was able to get a double on my first starting at bat. And I think that was probably my first, not my first. That's probably my best memory from my freshman year.
I got benched that game.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right. What about worst memory?
Worst memory, my worst memory would probably be, freshman year for worst memory. There's not much that comes to the top of my head. Maybe like it's not really something that's like, it's more of like cringe to me, but just like
What is it?
trying to like find a girlfriend. Freshman year is like, it's like sometimes it's like a bad move. It's just like something that I think about and it's like yikes. And
Ew.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Isaiah,
we
you're
were
so
young.
cringe. Just kidding. All right. What do you think you're gonna miss the most, or what do you miss the most from freshman year?
What I miss the most about freshman year would probably be freshman baseball on JV.
That was
That was fun. That's like that was the
mad.
peak, one of the peaks of baseball experience. It was extremely fun.
Okay. Any advice for incoming freshmen?
I would say just do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been many opportunities that I didn't take, and I knew I was gonna regret it afterward, but I still didn't take it. And look at me now. Like I wanted.
Closer to the mic, son.
Always want to play football. Didn't end up playing football. Now I regret it. So just if you know you're gonna regret it later on, just do it for the one time.
Good.
Put it one time.
Facts.
Very good.
So,
very good.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna kind of
Condense.
go around the same concepts here, but we're gonna go ahead and combine sophomore year and junior year because I know that sophomore year was taken away because of COVID. But I want to go ahead and switch around the the style of this podcast. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about sophomore year and junior year, and we're just gonna go ahead and speak when we're ready to, with no specific order. Let's just talk a little bit about sophomore and junior year. So, what would you guys like to say about sophomore and junior year, specifically like maybe about COVID or the challenges that we face?
I don't really remember sophomore year like at all. Like
Yeah.
like school wise, it's not something that I slept through my classes, so it's
Oh.
not something that I could probably
Yeah, like
remember.
sophomore year is just like a blur to me.
My mom made me wake up for them. It was stupid.
I think it was fun when we started because we were like, oh my god, we don't have to go to school. But then when we started doing
sucks.
online classes, it was
The
terrible.
worst.
And then we had to do COVID sports.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh, my
my
gosh, I
gosh.
was doing.
That
We had to
soccer
work out on
Couldn't-
Zoom.
Really? I had to do that too for football.
Our
Oh,
coach
that
for
sucked.
baseball would be like, "Okay, here's your workout. Text me when you guys
Yeah.
are done running."
No, we would literally
We
have to
always-
set up the camera for Zoom
Yeah,
and
I
work out on
I didn't
it.
do that too.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
terrible.
And then I remember, this is when, I don't know if I can talk about this, but this is when Sal stopped being the defensive coordinator. He told us that on Zoom, and we were supposed to have a workout that day. He was so sad. You guys shouldn't. He looked all down. He's the bald guy.
He's the
He's the bald buff
photographer.
guy.
Bald guy.
The bald
Oh,
buff
Ortiz.
guy. Yeah, Ortiz.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he got fired.
But then,
Yeah.
hey, everything.
We were supposed to work out that
He
day.
didn't
Oh.
get fired. He decided to take a different
he got-
path.
he
He
got-
decided to go down a different path.
Yikes.
Okay, fine.
For photos.
Anyways, we
Sorry.
covered sophomore year. It's not really much to talk about sophomore year.
I will
Um,
say
why
though.
not?
Oh wait, no, they didn't pass the sophomore year. They did it first. Never mind.
That
never
was
mind.
yeah. But let's go into junior year. Junior year was honestly it was a great time for
bad.
me as a student because we finally got to be back since the first time since 2020. What was it? March 2020.
Yeah.
It's been over a year, maybe like a year and a half since we've been in school, and it was crazy coming back because it didn't feel real. Like we were gone for so long, it was just like a crazy experience.
I didn't like the mask thing either. I didn't like
The
that.
mask was horrible.
I
I
Sorry, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
feel like junior year was kind of like in the way the most like
Oh.
definitive year. I think that like a lot of people like coming back kind of felt like it was like a fresh start. So like junior year kind of like felt like freshman year to me, like in a sense.
I can see that definitely, and I feel like freshman because here's the thing: when you go to school with someone, you grow with them because you're seeing them every single day for the rest, or like not for the rest of your life, but for like the whole like what 18
Yeah,
first
yeah.
18 years of your life. You're growing with your peers around you, and if you take a year and a half off from seeing like your peers around you and you go back to school, it's like whoa, like everyone's so different.
Yeah,
It was
Everyone
so
changed.
weird when we came back. I
Like,
was just like, I haven't seen these
I
people in
know, I
over a
haven't seen
year.
people in over a year. Like they're just so different.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
left with black hair and I came back with blonde hair.
Yeah, that's
It was-
right.
It was a
Forgot about
change.
I think junior year was fun. I think for me at the beginning it was a little bit weird because I was in the middle of like moving cities all the way to Chino, and I was just trying to find a way of like, well, I'm having to commute like 40 minutes to school now, so it was a little bit weird. But once I got into the routine of it, it was fine, and I think junior year was a lot of fun. Definitely.
Yeah, junior year, it wasn't. I didn't mind junior year. Just the mask was annoying.
I
Yeah.
think
I had fun though. Like sports, baseball was fun. That's all I did. But school in general it wasn't bad. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, for sure. I had a good time. Besides the workload, I took like some of the hardest classes in my junior year, but I did it. I mean, I did it. I didn't pass any AP exams.
personally for me, junior year was like it was like a whole roller coaster in like a way. Like I don't know. I dropped my AP classes second semester. I
She
quit.
was my neighbor
I
in
was.
the class.
Really?
Yeah, I quit soccer. So I feel like in a way,
L.
junior year kind of like made me like go down a little bit. But I think that it did start off strong for me. But I do think that in a sense I was so caught up with like the whole like high school facade and like, oh my god, I'm actually in school, that like I kind of got lost like in like a bad little habit. You know, you get me?
Feel that.
And I feel like that happens to a lot of people just because you can get overwhelmed with like everything all at once, because it's like you said, like we just came back to school, so I feel like it was a little bit overwhelming. But I think that as the year went on, it mellowed out.
Yeah. And let's go ahead and wrap it up with senior year. Very briefly, I had a great time. I think my senior year is probably my best time
it's
in high
been
school.
Me
fun.
too.
So
Yeah,
it
for
went
sure.
by really quick
Like,
though.
We all of us at this table right now. I could say we're quite different than how we were freshman year. I known all of you guys. You know, some aspects are still the same about you guys, but overall, I feel like,
We've matured. All of us have matured.
well, most of us.
Sorry.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Sorry,
Yeah, we
Isaiah.
all matured for sure. And I would just like to end it with, I'm glad I chose this high school. I'm glad that I chose the path I did. You know, I wouldn't have known that I was gonna be in track in the beginning of this year. It's just so odd to me that I even did track in the first place. But I just feel like this might sound like a dumb thing to do, but I feel like my senior year, I cared about and I just did it, and I feel like that kind of like guided me. into
Why
the
is
right
that
path.
dumb?
Because some people would say like, oh, well, you got to think about the consequences, think about this and that. But I'm an overthinker, so I try to cut that out and just do what I gotta do.
I think like your senior year is like your last little hurrah. Like get everything like do what you wanted to do. Like that was
Yeah.
your whole point. So I think it's good.
So, what are you guys doing after, like after high school? Where you going?
Just kidding.
Isaiah?
I'm gonna
Tell us
be
where you're
in-
going.
Oh, I see it.
Like school.
Yeah, tell us where
Oh,
you're
I'm gonna be at Cal State Fullerton, and yeah, I'm
doing.
gonna be,
Studying what?
What is that mob? Type mob up? No.
What?
Tusk.
They're
Tusk.
tight.
Tusk up.
Tusk.
Tusk up.
Mauve? That's
Mauve.
Mav.
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 Yeah.
So, what are you gonna major in?
Kinesiology. I want to be involved. I want to be in the medical field, so still don't know what in particular.
Issa, where you going after?
I'm gonna be a Mountie.
Yes.
I'm going to Mount Sac.
Majoring in what?
I am majoring in child development.
Majoring.
I'm sick. Leave me alone. I'm going to study child development. I want to be a teacher.
Yay! For little kids?
I want to like kind of
Don't
like
do little
not in a
kids.
sense
Do
like
middle
grow
school.
up with them, but like as I continue with my
Go older kids.
career, grow to
That's
older.
good. I think you'd be a good teacher.
Thank
Violet, where you going?
Mount Sac.
Yes. Are you
Yeah,
gonna-
I think I'm just gonna do my general ed and then transfer out. But I think I kind of want to do what Isaiah's doing, kinesiology or like something with ultrasounds, because I'm not gonna be playing soccer anymore. So I think something staying in like sports medicine would be really interesting to do.
And what about you, Jacob Rodriguez, aka Weddle?
I'm gonna go to Laverne. I'm gonna major in kinesiology as well. Trying to be the next Erod.
Yes, sir. I want to open up my home facility. That'd be cool.
Let's work
We
together.
all work together.
Let's work together.
Let's work together.
Can I join?
Yes.
Oh, and
Yay.
also look out for my name in the future. I've been working on some.
What? Working on what?
I do photography, but I'm also a musician. So stay tuned for that.
All right, bet I like that. Well, that's gonna wrap up the podcast, the last podcast. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed it.
So,
I really
Me
enjoyed
too.
doing this.
Hey, shout out to Garcia
Thank
for
you,
giving us
Garcia.
the
Shout out
opportunity.
Garcia.
Thank you, Garcia. Appreciate it.
It was
Well,
it was a cool little. We had our
It's been fun,
Yeah.
guys.
Yes.
I really enjoyed it.
Bye guys.